When I was younger, I would visit China a lot every summer. I remember it was late at night one time, and I was the only one still awake out of my family in the hotel room we were staying in. I don't really know why, but I had the sudden urge to look out the window, and when I did, I saw something really odd. There was a pathway, and no one, and I mean no one, was there except this one black shadow figure. I just thought it was some type of statue, so I decided to go play on my iPad. After a while, I wanted to see if I could recognize this statue, but when I went to look, it was gone. I was confused, and I looked down for a second because my iPad dinged. When I looked back, it had returned, but now it was closer. I blinked out of shock, and it was even closer still. I blinked again and again and again, and every time it would move closer to the hotel. I immediately closed the curtain. I got the chills. I was going to sleep just thinking to myself, it's just my mind playing tricks on me again. At some point of the night, I was awakened by a loud thud at the door. The hotel provided me a flashlight in the cupboard, so I grabbed it and headed to the door. I looked through a crack, and what I saw terrified me. That same figure was there, looming over the door. I didn't realize how large it was. We were on the top floor of the hotel. And how did it get in? As I thought about this, the figure jumped back. Then his hand reached for the doorknob, and I saw that the door was unlocked. I could have sworn my mom had closed it. Then I caught in the corner of my eye the chain lock on the door, but I was too short. So I ran as fast as I could and grabbed a chair at the desk as the door was beginning to creak open. I went into fight or flight mode and slammed myself into the door, standing the chair up to keep the door locked. I looked through the crack in the door again and got a closer look at the figure. Its eyes were bug-eyed and pure red, with black pupils and a black body. You could see the skin and bone. It was so frail and freakishly tall. I blinked, and it stood up. Its head pressed up against the ceiling. It was abnormally tall. And its head was upside down. I ran to the couch and hid under the blanket. I don't know how long it took me to fall asleep, but I did. The next day, we left that God-forbidden hotel. But this was not my only encounter with the statue. Later on, a few years later, I should say, I was sleeping and I woke up around 5 or 7. I can't really remember the time. But I woke up to a raspy voice that called out my name. Joey. It called out. I looked up, and there it was. But before I could make any reaction, it was gone. I was freaked the hell out. I went downstairs wondering how the hell this thing found me. I was halfway downstairs when I looked through the banister. The thing, the statue, was facing away from me with its back turned. I had the worst feeling of my life, and I still feel it to this day. I'm shaking just thinking about it. I quietly tiptoed back up to the room. I heard the steps creak, and I could feel him running towards me. So I ran quickly and shut the door. I jumped under my blanket and just hoped that he would go away as he was banging on the door. And then I woke up. I looked at the clock and it was the exact same time. I don't know if those encounters were dreams or just my mind playing tricks on me. I just hope that I never encounter that statue again.